Alright, everybody. How many of you guys think that kids who are 16 years and under should be banned from social media? Hypers in chat if you agree. Or say otherwise if you disagree. I'm curious to see what chat's opinion is on this. Not really, no, kinda, nah. I disagree. Never, no. Okay, interesting. Then I imagine you guys will probably keep up the same response when I say, how do you guys feel about the government being trusted with enforcing said ban of kids under 16 from using social media? Well, considering that most of you in chat are saying no, I think that the overwhelming response will also be no from most people who watch this video after the fact too. Well, that is what's on the table right now in the state of Florida. Florida House passes bill that would ban children under 16 from social media. Florida's House passed a bill that would limit youth access to social media by banning new and existing accounts of users younger than 16 years old. The Republican-backed bill, which hones in on social media's addictive features, would be one of the strictest social media restrictions in the country if passed by the Senate and signed into law by Governor Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis is the final say on whether this bill gets passed in the state of Florida. This would be one of the most strict overreaches of the government on the freedom of speech of any group in the history of the country. There has never been a "this group is illegally banned from using social media" bill or law put into place anywhere in America. It's never happened. This would be precedent setting. Yeah, I think there's a good chance of it passing, too, considering the only person who could realistically stop it is Ron DeSantis. And Ron DeSantis and most conservatives who are responsible for passing this bill believe that social media is the source of the gay virus. Like, they believe that homosexuality, transness, all that is spreading primarily through social media and, like, TikTok and the internet. It's unclear how the legislation would be enforced. The bill would require social media companies to prohibit minors under 16 years old from joining the platform and delete the accounts of existing young users, and it would also require reasonable age verification methods. That's right. This isn't just going to be on kids who go online. This is going to be on us. If you are an adult who lives in Florida, you're going to have to include your ID in order to use social media sites, which means the state is going to have your ID attached to your social media account. That is their goal. If they enforce it on the companies, then the companies make it required for having an account. And that's all it takes. They don't have to have the Gestapo come kick down your door and force it on you. They just have to enforce it on the companies that within their state, you have to have an account that has your ID attached. And there you go. They've done it. The companies will do it. And if the companies make you do it, you'll do it, because that's the only way to use their platform. Yeah, the age verification thing is going to be a nightmare. There are a million ways in which this could backfire and go poorly for a lot of innocent people. Yeah, the goal is effectively to kill anonymity across the board. The same people who claim that, like, oh, the Internet Wild West days are falling, the wokeness is killing the Internet Wild West, are now trying to make it so all forms of anonymity that could exist on social media for Floridians would go away. To save money, the companies might make it all platforms, not just Florida. That's a scary thought. Yeah, even outside of Florida, the companies might enforce it nationally or across the board, making it so all these companies just have your ID, and that's the prerequisite for posting on their platforms. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of them would ask for your ID before you could post anything or even make an account. Like, they'd have the same level of scrutiny for making an account as OnlyFans. It would be a pretty big problem. The far right wants an anti-woke, anti-porn internet. That's true. This does kind of, like, tie into the right wanting the ID requirements for porn sites, where if you wanted to, like, go watch porn, you couldn't just, like, open up an incognito window and, like, throw up Pornhub, you would have to literally, like, make an account, log into your account, and verify that account with an ID to the state, is what the suggested bill is. The state. You would have to have a porn license, and that porn license is what you would submit to, like, Pornhub or whatever. Yeah, there's no tangible benefits to these laws, by the way. Yeah. The right are just weaponizing the think of the children mindset to, you know, take away your freedoms. That's what the right has pretty much always done. Weaponize people's fear to make them look the other way as the government, they use the government to take away their freedoms. It's essentially what the right has always done. The legislation pertains to social media platforms that allow tracking users' activity and targeted content based on information derived from tracking. The bill also applies to platforms that use addictive design features, that's every social media platform, allows users to upload content or view others' content, allow users to interact with or track others, that is every social media site. It excludes platforms mainly used for email, direct messaging, streaming, news, sports, non-user generated entertainment, online shopping, gaming, photo editing, professional networks, and others. So pretty much every way through which the right doesn't believe people are being radicalized to the left and kids are being turned gay. So this is the op-ed piece from Axios. As many parents have discovered, it's one thing to tell teens they can't use social media apps. It's another to actually stop them. Age verification for online services continues to be a tricky problem. Several state legislators have considered social media restrictions, but some efforts were set back by courts last year. A federal judge blocked Montana's total TikTok ban, the first of its kind. An age verification law in Arkansas was blocked, also by a federal judge. It would have required anyone under 18 to have parental permission to create an account. There's a very good chance a federal judge could just block this, by the way, which is probably what's going to happen. An age verification law was passed in Utah, and state officials released proposed rules for social media companies to abide by. They would have to choose to verify subscriber information via mobile telephone, the date an account was created, facial analysis, social security number, or matching a user's government ID to a live webcam image. Not even a photo, a live webcam image. Utah Governor Spencer Cox signed the first bill of the 2024 legislative session to extend the deadline for the date this law would go into effect from March to October. Wait, so this is already straight up passed in Utah. Like, this is just happening in Utah already. Like, it's just going to take effect in October of this year. Just straight up, you're going to have to, like, include your ID, your social security number, and or all those things that were listed there. That's going into effect in Utah in October. It's already passed. Holy shit. That's crazy. Experts have warned about social media's harmful effects on children and teens, and tech companies are increasingly being blamed for mental health issues in youth. On Wednesday, New York City became the first city to issue an advisory declaring social media as an environmental toxin. This is a really big problem where social media is simultaneously a really good thing and a really bad source of depression and anxiety for young people. So the right are weaponizing the mutual think of the children position that even a lot of young adults have in regards to social media and kids. And the right is using their position that social media is being used to make the kids gay and creating a sort of prohibition-style bipartisan opposition to social media, at least getting enough support to pass bills like this that would require you to give the state or these social media companies, in some cases, your fucking social security number in order to verify your account. This is absolutely nightmarish. The fact that this isn't getting any attention, like, I am, as far as I know, the only progressive figure that's covered this story. The fact that it's not getting more attention is crazy to me. This is a big deal. It's already going to, like, take effect in Utah in October. And they're pushing it, and it's going to pass in Florida. Like, almost certainly. Like, people need to be talking about this. This is a very, very big deal. Vosh is busy with horses, man. Good one. God. For real, this is a big deal. Because, God forbid, Trump gets elected, he gets inspired by these bills and institutes it federally. Next thing you know, we all have to give Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it may be, our fucking social security numbers to continue having accounts. It's gonna suck if that happens. Kind of goes without saying. I'm pretty sure it applies primarily to only porn sites. No, Orthers Dork. That's a completely different topic I'm talking about. The porn ID laws. That's a different topic. This story and the Utah one are in reference to social media. Not porn. I brought up the porn thing. This article and the Utah thing, they have nothing to do with porn. I brought up the porn thing. That's a separate issue the right is pushing. I brought that up. That was me. This article is only referring to the social media bills. So yeah, there's already 3 states that have tried this. 2 of them are succeeding. 1 has failed. 1 has succeeded, 1 is succeeding, and 1 has failed. Very, very concerning. Hackers are going to have a field day with this. Oh my god, you better believe the amount of social security numbers, IDs, and other personal information that are going to leak online in enormous data breaches. It's going to be enormous, yeah. I mean, Republicans are the ones behind the fact that your voter ID is public in Florida. The way that me and most importantly, not really me, my parents' address was doxed in Florida was my voter ID was found. My voter ID. When you register to vote in Florida, your party affiliation, your name, your age, your address, all of that completely public because of laws that Florida Republicans passed. I think they're called sunshine laws or something like that because it's the Sunshine State. Basically, you're super easy to dox in Florida. If you're a Florida resident and you're registered to vote especially, there's nothing stopping you from having your address found and doxed. Yeah, Republicans love destroying your anonymity, because your anonymity is what protects you from them when shit hits the fan.